Welcome back. We love when you send us suggestions from the KGW Vault, like this one I got from William. Hey, Dan, I'm a Portland Submarine veteran. I served on the USS Blueback, which was the lead ship of the 3-ship Blueback-class submarines. The Blueback was gone, as is the Bonefish. But the remaining sub is the Blueback, which is now a wonderful museum exhibit at OMSI. I was hoping you could dig deep into the vault and see if there were any KGW articles about the opening of the Blueback exhibit at OMSI. This old diesel boat sailor would be grateful. Well, perfect timing, sir. The anniversary of the Blueback opening to the public at OMSI was actually on Saturday. It opened May 15th, 1994. Here's some photos that OMSI sent us of the Blueback being delivered to the museum. We checked our own archives and found a story from 4 years later when the submarine got a pretty big facelift. So let's go into the KGW Vault.
She looked like a huge metal whale, black nose rippling upriver. It's the USS Blueback submarine, more than 200 feet long, more than 2,000 tons in weight, being towed home to OMSI Tuesday after nearly 2 months in dry dock.
It looks so much better than it did when it came in. When it came in, it had up to a ½ an inch of cracking paint.
Overhauling the Blueback required first a monster sandblasting job to get rid of both cracking paint and rust. Underside, her ballast tanks had become clogged with 40 tons of mud. Later, with the submarine a striking sight in dry dock, workers would apply 800 gallons of fresh paint. Now, all that work is done.
There are some additions that we added inside, new carpeting, new seats, new lighting, and new special effects for the tours that we really think our visitors will enjoy.
That work did not come cheap. In all, roughly $500,000 in labor donated by local shipyard workers. Melody Close donated more than 3 full weeks of her time doing welding repairs.
I liked doing it. It was something that needed to be done.
Tuesday morning at the Cascade General Shipyard, the Blueback wrapped up her stay. Workers who helped with the job piled aboard for the quick ride upriver. By midday, the Blueback was back home alongside OMSI. Inside now, the $500,000 refurbishing job has made the sub steadier in the water and friendlier to visitors.
New painting in here, new upholstery on the chairs in here.
I love it. I love looking into the vault. Hey, got a couple of questions here. Bridget writing in and saying, Dan, please don't stir up trouble for the fun of it. You're better than that. Nobody's denying entry to unvaccinated people. No need for a lawsuit. The unvaccinated just have to keep their masks on. We're not stirring up any trouble. We're talking about a conversation of something that might inevitably happen. People don't want to wear masks. Businesses know that once we reach 70% in Oregon and they open up fully, if they can offer an environment where people don't have to wear their masks inside, people are going to be more inclined to do that. But if the stipulation through the governor and through the state is that they can only fully have everybody inside with no mask on if they can prove that they're vaccinated, well then we're going to get into this vaccine passport conversation. We just want to have the discussion because it is a potential inevitability, so a potential inevitability, that's kind of an oxymoron, isn't it? But we'll figure it out, all right? So Sally wrote in and said, can you address the guidelines for varsity basketball attendance for those vaccinated? Please consider the Metro League and the PIO, all that kind of stuff. You should check in with them because as it stands right now, regardless of what the CDC said, regardless of what the governor said the other day when she talked about vaccinated, unvaccinated, mask, no mask, it's going to be up to these individual organizations right now. And just my opinion on it, be a good person. We've been doing this long enough. Bring your mask with you and read the room. Make sure if people are wearing masks, you go inside somewhere, wear the mask. We want to be good people to each other. This has been a long enough year, don't you think? Let's be nice to one another and be polite. And then Craig said the poll about Portland was only Portlanders. I would like to see a poll from people outside of Portland. You might see a big swing from what Portlanders really, what they said. I have no desire to go downtown. I live in the Gorge. That's your prerogative, and you might know a ton about downtown and still have that opinion on it. But I will say a lot of the stories that we have done and the input we have gotten from people across the state typically people who have not visited Portland and are only getting an impression from the collective media or the things they see online, it doesn't really reflect exactly what people who live in this city get to see in the different pockets of it, things of that nature. So we try the best to kind of show that to you on this show, to have the most accurate reflection of the way it is here as a whole, but it's tough to do unless you come see it for yourself. Maybe you should. Check it out. It's still Portland after all. And this is still the story. Thanks for being with us on a Monday. See you back in more.